Have Dean tell a joke.
You hear about the guy, the hokey pokey guy?
Who's the hokey pokey guy?
The guy that does the hokey pokey.
Yep.
He invented it. He died yesterday.
Oh no.
They had a hard time trying to put him in the casket. They put his right hand in, he took his right hand out. They put his left hand in and took his left hand out. No?
How are people afraid to talk to you? This is a very special edition of Close Up. Dean Malenko is in the hot seat today. We are in the 2300 building, the home of ECW, where you got to really make a name for yourself, some of your most impressive moments throughout your career, as we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of your program that you did with Eddie Guerrero.
What'd you get me?
It's in catering.
Thank you.
So we're gonna have to go to catering after, and I will.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll get a cake. We'll get a little something. But I'm excited to do this with you. I mean, you and I have been talking about doing this once we knew that we were going to be here in Philadelphia, have the residency, and have some time to go down memory lane with you.
Well, and a lot of memories there is, especially in this building.
Yeah.
You know, it's the last night of our matches for ECW, and that was a draw that night.
Yeah.
So we didn't know if that was going to work or not, but I think it did. People really just wanted to send us off to
Yeah.
the next place we're ever
Sure.
going to, get behind us a lot.
With us being here, what were some of like the memories that came to mind? I mean, when was the last time you were even in this building?
Probably 20, 25 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Just some autograph stuff up in the front of the building.
There's such a rich history
Oh, yeah.
here in this building. So for you to be able to walk through these doors, I'm sure that they've redone a lot of things,
Yeah,
so I've
they
heard.
have.
So it must have felt a little bit different, but to have all those memories kind of
And we don't have any of the bingo stuff every year.
yeah.
I told my grandmother, she got excited about it. Bingo, really?
Okay, before we dive too deep into everything with Eddie and into your history throughout your career, let's address some health stuff right off the bat. How are you feeling?
Good. Feel good.
Yeah.
If I shake or anything, it's not because of that. It's because I'm a little intimidated by
Wow.
nothing that's coming out here. So, like that. Oh, shoot.
I don't mean to have that effect on
I
you.
know. Other way. It's my other hand.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Good. Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about some of that history with you and Eddie. Why do you think that your guys' chemistry worked so well the way that it did to get into that program and really set things off?
Well, the first time we ever wrestled, actually the first time we ever met, was in Japan.
Yeah.
Working for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie's dad was in the wrestling business. My dad was in the wrestling business. Things that we didn't know ahead of time was they were actually friends in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so my dad used to say I wear a yarmulke and he wears a sombrero.
Yeah.
Kind of like saying we did the same thing, but a little different.
Yeah.
Eddie, first night I worked with him, you just click. Anybody that tells you that it really matches, a reason for it. You just click between two guys out there, or four guys if you had tag match. But Eddie was one of those guys, sometimes a little bit too much of, always putting himself down, or I could have a better match than that. I'm like, Eddie, I'd have to do the talking him down and stuff. It was great, it was fine, don't worry about it. Nah, I think I missed this. Well, then I started agreeing with him, then he starts getting mad. But no, he's just, of all the guys that I thought when we came over, we were radicals, Eddie was the guy that we all put a label on. He's the guy that's going to move up the ladder pretty quick.
What made him so special? I mean, whether it was in the ring or outside the ring, what was it for you that made Eddie feel like such a star?
Eddie had two sides to him. Well, I think most of us do. Some guys have skeletons, some guys have real people. Eddie was the guy that could be a heel, most hated guy in the company, or it could be the most loved guy in the company. And it's a very rare amount of people that can do that. And Eddie just happens to be one of them.
Yeah.
In 1 second, you want to kill a guy, or you want to just give him a hug and tell him that he's a heck of a friend. I choose the latter most times.
Yeah.
He's I've worked with all his brothers from Mondo to Chavo Sr. to Hector, and then of course Chavo Jr., which is Eddie's nephew.
Yeah.
And Eddie stands above all of them. He's just got that, in our business we always use the term it factor. Eddie's got the it factor.
I mean, you look at the influence that he's had on this industry for now, you still are seeing it so much. What do you think when you see so many people paying homage to Eddie? Whether it's a little, whatever it may be.
I shake another way, so I'm not going to go through that all again. I think when Eddie's the good guy, I think he's a lovable character. He comes across as really sincere
Yeah.
with his fans, his friends, his family, and you can feel that with him. He's not a guy to bullshit somebody. He's not into that. He generally likes his fans. I've seen him go way out of the way to accommodate somebody this tall or somebody this tall, and that kind of just goes right to the TV.
Yeah.
Right, that takes you down.
Going back to 1995, when you guys first started getting things going, were you aware when you were, whether it was in the ring and feeling the reaction from the fans, or just like the initial starting the conversations about how this program was going to go, were you guys aware how special it was when you were in it, or is it more of a thing you're looking back on it, being like, wow, look at what we did?
I'd say more looking back on it than anything else.
Yeah.
You know, in our business, sometimes you don't have time to go back and analyze everything, you know. But when we first got here, the first thing I said was, you know, because of the style of wrestling, it was a little crazy for me. I came from Japan, which is a totally different situation than it is here in the States, as far as where we work. And I think we look at Eddie sometimes and, you know, let's see what this guy's got. And he's one of those guys, he works and looks like he's 180 or 200 pounds.
Yeah.
He always looks ripped and ready to go. He's just a great guy. I miss him dearly.
Yeah. What do you think Eddie would think of everything that we're doing here at AEW right now?
I think Eddie would love it. You know, he's I said this 1,000 times, I'll make it quick, but the day that we quit the other organization, we're walking down the hallway, Eddie comes walking by with his bag, and I go, where are you going? And he goes, I don't know, where are you guys going? I go, we're going outside to quit. He goes, come on, I'll come with you. No prep there, nothing. He had no idea.
Yeah.
He literally said, I'll go with you. I walked right out the back door with his bags. And we all just went,
okay.
Did you just quit? Okay. Whatever. Well, we had a trust factor. We had a trust with each other.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to screw the other guys, have to deal with.
Sure.
Which is very rare, but it was there.
Yeah. So knowing that final night when you guys did the 2 out of 3 falls match, I mean, knowing that you were headed out the door, I mean, how did it feel once that bell rang, either to start the match or end the match, to know that you were headed out?
A little difficult. You know, we were there for almost exactly a year, from one day to another. It was 95, like I said, 96. It was somewhere in the summer months. We were there exactly 1 year from the time we signed up. And it was a lot of fun. But it was a great crowd. They were really into it. Very loyal to the guys that we like or guys that don't like them.
Yeah.
And it's just a great place to work at the time. And sometimes guys will test me, like trying to pull some glass out or this out, and I'm like, no, I'll stick to the wrestling part. No, thank you.
We have a lot of crazy things that we do here in AEW. Who do you think of our roster right now would have really thrived during that era?
Oh, Darby, for sure.
Yeah.
This is Darby's. And that's a no-brainer.
I mean,
there.
he's scaling up things, doing coffin drops. The man's a lunatic.
I wish he just coughing drops. Yeah, that's better than coughing.
Dean Malenko, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, talk to me about what it was like growing up in a wrestling family, to have your dad being a wrestler, you and your brother wrestling together. Did you always know that this was the line of work that you were going to get in? Did you have a choice?
I think we all have choices.
Yeah.
Mine were just a little tinier than that.
Yeah.
I never really gave him much thing. You know, what happened was I was a junior in high school and I got in a bad car wreck. So I see the big scar on the back here. So I finished here and it came to the front.
Oh my God.
2 surgeries. And of course, by then, you don't want no malpractice or anything. So they tell you right up front, there's a big chance that you may never walk again. You may never play football again. Which for a 16-year-old kid, is really hard. So I'm not saying I do my clothes off and Superman came, type of deal. But I always wanted to be wrestling. And so they couldn't do amateur anymore. So the next best thing would be go pro, but work my style.
Yeah.
So I get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
You know.
What were some of the things that you learned from your dad from like being around the business from an early age? What was it that like hooked you?
He used to say there's no such thing as a good promoter.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Where was I going with that? My dad was another guy, very passionate about the business. He never got to see any of my earlier stuff. So I think when I was just finishing up Japan, he passed away in #94. So that's one thing. That's another thing that really bothers me.
Yeah.
And then my kids have never seen it before.
Yeah.
Which is good and bad. I think it's good. And so they don't want to be a part of this business.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to your wife before. It seems like your daughter has interest in getting into this.
Yeah. You figure out if three of them, one's gonna jump.
I mean, it has to happen,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You think that when you have your kids around this business, it's hard to you're either going to be bit by the bug or you completely repel it altogether.
We're trying to get rid of some of our kids, actually.
Yeah.
That would make it easier. Yeah.
Get into
Don't make
it.
me make this decision, please.
Okay, I was talking to some of the guys around here earlier that were around during some of your earlier days, saying that they were very afraid of you, to talk to you, to spark up conversation. No one here. They've since walked away from the ring. I find that like funny to believe because you're always so charming, always funny with your one-liners.
Very funny, but Eddie had a hard time with that. He gets mad like this quick, you know. Same type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, same way.
Yeah. As a producer here in AEW,
Coach.
Coach, not a producer, a coach. What kind of matches do you like to help put together? Who are some of the talent that you like to really get with and like hash it out with?
Well, to be honest with you, I like working with the guys that want to work with me. Number one. I mean,
Sure.
If you don't want my time, it's okay. I can do something else.
Yeah.
You know, but as long as you really want something, you want my help, I would do anything I could to make sure we get that done. Guys like me, guys same year being born and all that, we have kind of a feeling of, and my dad not here anymore. It's part of my responsibility to keep this business going. If it's this business or just the business as a whole. And I feel very loyal to that, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm 65 and I'm still here. Not because I need the money, but I need the money. No, just teasing. It's because my dad started something 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
And I got to make sure it keeps going.
Yep.
So.
When you see the guys that feel that way and feel that responsibility of keeping this business afloat and sticking to some of those traditions and keeping wrestling, and now that we have this incredible opportunity with AEW, I mean, what are some of those like fundamentals that you kind of come back to that keep the wrestling business alive and like true to those things that your dad would be proud of, that you would be proud of?
Just, you know, I'm not sure to know this better than anybody, but it's more amateur wrestling, more wrestling of moves, holds, submissions.
Yeah.
And right now, we're at the point now, everybody's flipping up and down. We got 1 million chops, pork chops, 1 million chops, 1 million kicks, you know, it's so much.
Yeah.
So try to tone guys down so we want them here for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, so my goal is to make sure these guys are happy and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Is there anything to like cracking the code on putting together a great match as a coach without, I guess, going too behind the curtain?
Yeah, of course there is. There's always where there's will, there's a way. And it's not will, our will. So
Yeah.
will. I didn't know that. Yeah, anything like that. And definitely you're coachable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll take a while because now you're switching gears. You're talking about doing one thing, now moving it over to another thing.
Yeah.
You know, me personally, I would love for just kind of like start from scratch again. And this was a finish, and this hurt you, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I think that would help it. And then you get 1 or 2 guys that would try it, and then and 3 other guys behind them going, I ain't doing that.
Right.
But if you can't get everybody in the main group, very difficult
Yeah.
to change
Yeah.
the business. But we got a hell of an owner.
Certainly.
That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
We have the guys that work in the back here, our camera guys, everybody, really bust their butt around.
Yeah, we do. I mean, I always say that you can't walk around here without seeing the best
Oh, yeah.
of the best. We have such an insane crew here, from behind the scenes to obviously, you know, people in coaching positions to the talent that we have in the ring. You really can't beat it.
And you get a lot of different minds for the business, you know.
Yeah.
What this guy might think is great, and this guy may not think it's great. This guy would rather see orange, this guy would rather see blue.
Yeah.
Everybody's very opinionated. as long as you keep it to yourself. No,
Yeah. Okay, last question. Prime Dean Malenko here in this building. Who on our roster would you want to have a match with? Who do you think you'd have the best match with?
well, is that the way I am physically and health-wise, or is that just I was a hell of a wrestler, and now that's the guy.
A hell of a wrestler.
The guy in
in that
97
moment.
is.
I mean, that really set the wheels in motion.
Well, that's easy. Just nobody. Just kidding. I'd have to say Brian.
Yeah.
Only because he was going to go to my wrestling school. And didn't know about it, but he paid $500 for some reason. He never got his money back. But for a lady that
Do
used
you
to,
owe him money?
no, he keeps telling me I do.
Yeah.
No,
We'll Venmo it to him
it's
later.
probably a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know, any of those type of guys, like the three guys that are in the ring on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Anyone just act and they just good at what they do. I just look at those guys and go, hey, I could do that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the hard part. That or, you know, an Eddie reunion, which should never happen. We know that. But yeah, I'd say probably Brian for sure.
Yeah. Good answer. Can't
Good
really
answer.
deny that one. All right, Dean, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you taking me down memory lane and talking about what life is like for you now, all those great things. I guess we got to get to work now, right? What time is it?
We're good.
All right. Thank you.
I know the owner.
Oh, perfect. You know what? I do too. We can put in a good word.
Good. Appreciate it.
Thank you.